Hi, I'm Kirk Pinto. I'm a pediatric urologist at Cook Children's. I'm also the physician well-being advocate. Burnout's been pretty well defined by the MASLAC survey, which all the Cook physicians have taken. It basically has three components. One is depersonalization, this sort of change in our attitude that our patients who used to be our friends and used to be opportunities are now sort of landmines and traps in our way and making our job much harder. The second thing is emotional exhaustion, and this is something that affects Cook physicians quite a bit because we work very hard. Everybody goes home tired, but people with emotional exhaustion come back to work tired and really have no time where their mind is at rest. And then the third thing is decreased sort of satisfaction with the job. You become a physician not for any sort of personal gain necessarily, but you like to think that your job is valuable and people consider it valuable. But people that are burned out have no such feeling anymore, and they don't think anyone realizes what they do or values what they do. And those three things together can really upset folks and lead to burnout. We're often asked what some early signs of burnout are, and they're different for every person. Burnout is, usually caused by your this unrelenting stress and your reaction to that at your work. And so two different people can do exactly the same thing for a job. Some of them would have difficulty with burnout, some of them would not. The way you know you're headed for burnout is if the enjoyment that you got from the job, if the joy that you had interacting with your patients and things like that suddenly starts to go away. There is no question that being a physician is hard work, but the job shouldn't be hard. And when the job becomes onerous, that's when you need to pay attention to see if burnout might be the problem. If you just break it down into the three major stakeholders, those being the providers, the hospital, and the patients, burnout affects all of those. Obviously, it affects the doctors in ways that are well known to all of us. Doctors with burnout retire earlier, they quit earlier, they quiet quit at work, they're not working as hard as they might, and they're not bringing their whole self to the job, and that obviously affects all aspects. If you have physicians that are not performing as well, it affects the institution as well. Nowadays, hospitals live in social media like the rest of us, and your reputation suffers if you have more doctors with poor star ratings or rude doctors or doctors that don't show up for appointments. And these are all results of physicians who are burned out. And the saddest people who are affected by burnout would obviously be the patients, in our case, the children, who work in a place where the doctors are not at the top of their game and the hospital is not at the top of their game, and we're not delivering the care we'd want to. So everyone pays a price for unchecked burnout.